Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of r/malicious compliance. If you like these stories, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell. Now let's get right to it. Now for our first story. And our first story is Company Won't Give Raise to an Underpaid Employee. Not my story, but happened to a coworker. I know this because we're all really close and know each other's numbers, even though it's against company policy to share salary details with coworkers. Yes, it is perfectly legal to have policies in my country. I had a coworker, let's call him A, who was lowballed pretty bad fresh out of college. He was earning roughly 40% less than other coworkers of similar experience, including me. Apparently, the HR promised them a big raise after probation period without giving anything in written. As you'd expect, they refused to give him more than a 5% raise after a year. I should mention that given the nature of the industry and the skill level of people in our cohort, it is fairly easy to get a new job if you get fired. So with our agreement, he brought up points that he was way underpaid compared to his coworkers, and he knows the numbers. Again, our manager said they won't give him any raise unless he has a counteroffer or he's free to leave any time. Now the malicious compliance. This guy started applying for jobs left and right and got a few offers, both almost double his current salary. Turns out his manager was bluffing all along and had to give him a 110% raise to get him to stay, which meant we all also knew what they can offer and threatened to leave unless they give us a better offer. Ultimately, they had to give all of us a 30 to 40% raise to match the other guy's offer without any counteroffers of our own. Within 6 months of this, most of us, including A, left the company for better pay and benefits. TLDR, company refuses to give a well-deserved raise to a good employee and ends up giving him and many other employees a very high raise, eventually losing all of them anyway. And the last story of the day. Don't proofread, just print. Many years ago, I worked as an admin assistant in a small tech-like company. We would import radars, etc. for government agencies, as well as install and provide user training. One of the techs was pretty unpleasant and loved telling everyone he was the sole breadwinner of the company, refusing to acknowledge the team effort of actually winning the jobs and sending invoices and paying his wages were completed by others. He wrote a user manual for some new equipment and had me print and bind multiple copies ready for user training. He was running very late and left me little time to do it, but I thought I would take a moment and quickly check formatting, spelling, grammar before printing. Except he berated me and told me not to overthink it, just do what I was instructed to. Fine, no editing by me, don't touch a thing except print. I wish I could have seen the faces of the tech and the trainees when they got to the last few pages of the manual with the system shutdown procedures and found it told them to shit down the system. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. We'll see you next time for another edition of r/malicious compliance.